basically built to have a lot of the things that, I'm sorry, we go here, you put in your bike information. So, you take a picture of your bike, you put in the brand, it's pre-populated with models. We have about 30,000 bike models in there. You select the sort of, your riding style. You can select your riding style, put in the VI number, date purchased, and then so it's a lot of baseline information about your bike. And then if you wanted to sort of put in information about reminders for getting your bike service, which we'll get to in a second. But this basically, again, allows the user to put in a lot of baseline information about the bike, and you can add multiple bikes, take a picture, etc. And please stop me at any time. Right. So then we've added a sort of a social component here where you can in effect invite your friends onto the app. So Steve, give me your email. I'm going to send you an email right now to invite you to this.
Use my Steve at mightymcs.com.
Okay, Steve at mightymcs. So MIGHTY. MCS.com. And so you'll get your zip code, I guess. I'm just
83402.
Doesn't really matter, but I think I'll be able to do it without in-state.
It's not going to come through Mighty spelled wrong.
Oh, I'm so sorry. MIGH. There we go. I swore I went to college. Okay.
There you go.
Next, done. And then send a join request. Oh, shoot. I should have put your name in there. I should have put your email here. Anyway, I'll send it to you. I don't want to get held up here. But I should have put your name in there, and then you get it prompted to send the email address. And then you get an email to, download the app. So it's a way to sort of build a social community and get your friends onto the app, etc. And you can also then create groups, right? If you have a group of riders and you want to create riding groups, now that comes into play where you, in effect, will be able to, you'll be able to message them through the app. And then in addition to that, you'll be able to, hold on, let me just do this. You'll be able to message them to the app, but then also we have a very exciting ride tracking tool, which will allow you guys to take rides together. MIGHTY. We're getting held up on this too much. I want to move on. MCS. We're almost there now. .com. Okay. So cancel. So then we basically, so that's the buddy system. Now, say it's Saturday afternoon, you want to go for a ride. You can kind of get weather information, current hourly forecast. This is like a ride tracking tool, which is something we've created where, a rider can in effect create an inventory of their rides. So they can start their ride, track their ride. If they're riding with a buddy, they can track their buddy on the ride. So this is a way for them to kind of take rides together. They can take pictures, take notes, share it. They can share they want to, take rides. They can share that with friends. So it creates a great kind of community-based tool. And over time, we're going to sort of evolve this so that they can get points of interest and, find nearby, activities and things, routes posted by the community. That's all coming down the pipe next year. I'm very excited about that. But this is just a baseline ride tracking tool that gets, the user to connect with the dealership app when they're on the road. This is a Park My Bike feature where if they want, they're at a mall, they want to take a picture of the bike, store the location, take notes, etc. Now, as we go to sort of the drivers of value for a dealership, this is one of the things we're most excited about, which is the bike health feature. Now, I would imagine that Rexburg, as in the case with most dealerships, probably struggles with ensuring that their customers come back to the dealership for getting their bike serviced at the right time, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but, most of the customers that we've asked, like, how do you make sure your customers come in to get your bike serviced? And it's a big revenue stream. They say, well, we try to send an email, or we don't really do much, or we try to call them, right? This takes care of all that because, in effect, it does a couple things. One is you can sort of book a service appointment directly through the app, and that registers on the back end control panel for the dealership, and I'll show you that in a second, based on type of service, description, and then it and then it basically shows up here if you've got a service appointment booked. And then we also have bike health alerts. So based on when you've got your bike lost serviced, you'll be alerted on when you need to get your bike serviced again. And we can set up automated rules based on different types of bikes, so based on guidelines that Rexburg gives us, so that this is a way for their customers to stay on top of their bike's health and ensure that they're going to Rexburg. Now, what we also have is the capability in here where when someone books a service appointment through the app, we can have someone at Rexburg service department get a text message, right, if that's something that they want. This, I think, is something that's really kind of of value to the dealership. The three other things here is there's sort of the internal messaging where, and I'll show you the control panel for the dealership, but a dealer can send messages to the entire community of riders if they want to segment certain groups of riders based on riding style or based on, based on type of bike, etc. They can do that. But that's a great messaging kind of tool. And then customers within the app can message one another as well. This is sort of the specials tab where they're able to send, targeted specials. Now, one of the things I will talk about when we get to showing you the dealer control panel is the sort of the location-based targeting. And that's something that's very exciting about our product, because we will provide dealerships the ability to target their customers based on location. And that sets up a lot of exciting possibilities. But this is, something where, the specials that are delivered can be based on location. And the last is event invitation. Does Rexburg do a lot of events as well?
A few a year, they have some big ones.
Yeah, so this is a great way, and sort of the response rate on events that we've seen is that, one of our customers had like 60% of people that, clicked on the event kind of, ended up going. And then you can use the location-based targeting for also, getting people that are near the event at a certain time to try to come in. You can also integrate the SMS piece, right, to say, hey, the SMS and the location-based targeting, because, people that show up to the event, if you zone the dealership, you can, they automatically get a thank you message. Hey, thank you for stopping by the event, right? Because we know that they've come. So there are a lot of exciting things that you can potentially do. But with the event tab, you can then take pictures and take notes, and it kind of, becomes the event details map. And so these are kind of the baseline functionality for this consumer-facing app. Any questions on this, or should I move to the other piece of the demo?
I think I can keep rolling.
Okay, cool. So this is the first kind of piece. The second piece I wanted to kind of show you is basically our, let's just get on here. Sorry. So we basically, again, as I was saying, what we do is we help dealers with the onboarding process. Now, if they've got SMS, it's actually really easy, right? Because I don't know how the SMS is set up, but a lot of the customers that we've, brought on board, we've said, listen, telling people to join your VIP mobile club or something, it's a mobile discount club or your mobile loyalty club or whatever that is, that may be one way to get them to sort of, get onboarded. Now, we basically help with email campaigns, and we'll help with the social media flyers, we'll help with all of that. I'm sure you guys also help with all of that, but I'm saying, so Rexburg may not need our help because they have you, but I'm just saying, to the extent they did, like, we can also kind of work with that. But one of the things that we have that's been very successful is this point of sale tablet. Now, this is something, and I don't know if Rexburg currently has any sort of digital kiosk at in store to actually sign up for their SMS at all, or not. So this is something where if they wanted this is something where they can just have this at the cash register. It can be branded to Rexburg or co-branded. But here, a customer that comes into the cash register just inputs their cell phone number. Steve, give me your cell phone number. 208 317
7723.
7723. So boom, you've inputted your phone number, you've opted in to receive a message, and you should receive a message any second. Let me know when you do.
All
Um,
right.
you got it, right? And then so it's just that simple. And then you get a link to download the app. So right there, then they're able to then convert the in-store traffic, right, onto the app, right? So that's it starts to become, I think, kind of really exciting. And then this is just a simplistic way for if they wanted to send text messages from the tablet itself, they could do that, right? So I'm going to send you another message that says, "Hey, Steve." So this just, I guess, just simplifies the SMS kind of piece of it and kind of ties it into, the overall kind of offering. So this is just the customer onboarding. The last piece I'm going to show you, I think it is the sort of dashboard for the dealership. Now, this I would imagine that Rexburg will maybe ask you to manage this for them, but nonetheless, this is sort of like a control panel into the app, and it's basically set up so that you can basically control the activity within the app. You can send campaigns from here, and you can do messaging and manage the service and all of it, right? This is, again, a live screen for one of our dealerships. This is the heart of the dealership. You can see they've got 434 registered users. Those are users that have actually gone through and finished the registration process, right? And we see that 75% of the people that actually download the app go through that. So this is just the summary screen. I'll take you through like a couple of components here, but in effect, the registered users, if you kind of click on it, it pulls up, a lot of just some of these users, it pulls up like all the kind of information, right? The name, email, mobile, address, so it's kind of a database of all, the information of the users on the app. Then here is the messaging tool. If they wanted to send a message, you can send to a specific user. You can base it on, brand, model. You do based on, just select a brand, I guess, to get a model, writing style, right? So you can then target specific users, or if there's a Yamaha event or whatever, like you can send, specific messages to users within the app. And as we know, like the, in-app kind of engagement rates far exceed email and any of those other domains. This is the service center. So here you'll be able to see all the service appointments that have been booked, right? So if you go here, it enables you to manage that very efficiently, where you can look at kind of the status for all the bike health, right? And then if you wanted to, so this goes from good to like, attention needed to like, the red is like, you need to go get your bike service right now. You can directly click on here and the information of the customer pulls up, and you can send them a direct, message within the app to actually come and get their bike serviced, or, even, suggest the date and time, etc. So this is just a great way for them to stay on top of, the service, and this is tangible revenue for them, right? So this is where this app delivers a very distinct ROI. And then the last piece is I'm going to show you. It's related to kind of the events. The event tab, you can see, this dealership, they have like about 27 events listed here. So just click on kind of one. This was it's an Iron Nation 2-year anniversary food game prize giveaway, right? And there are all the things that you can do, where you can have a specific promo code and then, see if that's being redeemed at point of sale, and you can do a whole suite of things with that. But it's, again, very simplistic. Put the information, you just drag in a digital image, and boom, you're live. And then the last thing is just looking at the promotions. Hold on, I'm just going to go here. There are weather-based promotions that you can do based on, the weather. Or I'm just going to the promotions tab. So we'll go to this and open this. This is a promo that was done. It's a Milwaukee engine promo. You can select the type of promo, if it's manufacturer, retailer. If there's specific OEM promotions, you can kind of run that through here. And yeah, so it's a simplistic kind of interface, but that's, it's the same kind of like as the events tab. So that's, I mean, just the basic kind of areas, I think, of the kind of control panel. It's just a way for you to kind of track and manage this. And then again, one of the tiers that we have, like, we can give you all the sort of monthly reporting and statistics. Now, the last piece I want to sort of, mention is the location-based targeting or geofencing. That is, I think what is the sort of most exciting things of our product. And what it enables a dealership to do is a bunch of different things, right? They can use it for very, specific targeting. So if they wanted to run a promotion that said, hey, any customer within the 5-mile radius of my dealership, for the next 24 hours, I'm running a promotion, to get rid of some gear or accessories, right? That's something, and they can, use that to drive traffic. Is there like a competitor dealership that they compete with that is near them, or not really? Are they really the only game in town where you guys are?
Yeah, there is one. It's about 25 miles away, but they're pretty competitive.
So they can set up a zone there where anytime any one of their customers enters that dealership, right? They get a message to come to Rexburg same day, and they'll get, something off or something like that, right? So that sort of competitive positioning is, I think, really exciting. There's also ways to use the location-based targeting with, for interactive engagement. So one of our customers had like a poker run where, they had different zones where riders had to go and pick up different hands for a poker hand, and the rider with the best poker hand that showed up at the dealership kind of got a discount, so that created a lot of interactivity. The things to do that. There are also ways to integrate brand cross promotions. One of our customers had a cross promotion with Budweiser that was doing an event at a bar or happy hour at a bar. They sent a coupon to their customers near the bar saying, hey, anyone near here, here's a Budweiser coupon. And they were able to actually, get people to go there, and that created a level of affinity. So there's a way to kind of tie in brands and cross-promotional things. But this is really, I think, the next wave of where things are headed, just in terms of driving greater levels of engagement, in terms of building loyalty, in terms of driving foot traffic and service revenue. This is, where we feel this product can deliver a lot of value to motorcycle dealerships.
I do have a question. Everything is very motorcycle centric, but that's only a small portion of what Rexford does.
Yep.
Tons and tons of snowmobilers.
Yep.
And tons of
Side by
side.
Yep.
Since most of their business is off-road stuff.
Yeah.
So look, because for those vehicles, right, the ride tracking tool is just something for the motorcycle riders, right? And if you have a snowmobile, then it's not applicable to you, right? It's just for my rides. But everything else in the app, as it relates to getting your bike, having your bike registered, the sort of social community elements, right? Side-by-side's a very community-driven kind of activity, right? With the messaging and all of that. And then with getting your vehicles serviced, right? All of that applies. So everything aside from the ride tracking tool is something that would apply to every one of the customers.
But my question is this, like, across the site, there's a little motorcycle icon. Is that customizable? And across the site, there it says motorcycle help. We would want that to say machine help. I mean, is that kind of stuff customizable? Because if it's not, that is going to make it, not as awesome.
Yeah, no. I understand. Let me find out. Let me find out the answer on that. But let me try to figure that out. I know, I understand that it would need to sort of speak to a broader audience. And there may be a way to maybe just say health, right? Or just say vehicle health or something like that, where it's not.
Yeah, we want to say machine health, and then the same thing under riding styles. Are those customizable? Because we would want both for snow riders, for dirt trail riders, for dirt cross country riders, for dirt racers. I mean, we're going to want some specific riding styles that we can customize.
So I see. So you're saying when in the riding styles, just to add more options, so it's not just speaking to the motorcycle rider, but adding additional styles. No, I think that's definitely doable. That's definitely doable. That should be an easy sort of fix. And I hear you that we can look to see how we can take out some of the components that are speaking more to a motorcycle rider and make it more generic. So so the riding style, also, in the sort of type of vehicle, we can just make sure that, when someone's, putting in Polaris, that it pre-populates the Polaris models, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And then my other question is, I'm assuming that you can have multiple machines under a single rider.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And what about, for your rider group and your ride trackers, so you can invite people that are not onboarded through Rexford Motorsport. You can just send an invite to just one of your friends that has
Correct.
nothing to do.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. That's the email that you should have gotten. So you basically, and what's great about that is then you're telling Rexburg, hey, you're then basically inviting a community of riders. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you can have other people recruit to bring people into your fold.
Exactly. And so that brings in the social thing. So this becomes a way for you to then really expand and broaden your reach. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a question. If somebody was searching for this in an app store, would they search for Rexford Motorsport?
No, they would search for Ready2Ride, which is, again, that's the brand of the product. But what would happen is when they downloaded the app, they would get a pop-up of dealers, and they go click on Rexburg. And once they've done that, it locks in Rexburg's version of the app, their logo, their messaging, their everything. And that's the user stuck with Rexburg. They're not able to go anywhere.
So the icon on your phone screen will have a Rexford logo.
Absolutely. What? No. It will be a Ready2Ride logo.
Oh, it'll be a Ready2Ride logo.
Yeah, it'll be a Ready2Ride logo, right? Look, part of the reason. Look, you can always build a custom mobile app, right? I mean, that's always a possibility, and you can build that. You can have your own logo. The point is that, we tried to come up with a product where it makes it for for all the dealerships, right? It makes it, accessible at a price point that it works for them as a business and delivers a lot of ROI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so it's a monthly fee?
It's a monthly subscription, correct?
And there's no startup, huh?
There's no startup fee, no.
So $29 a month, and then our commission would come out of that?
Yep.
Be room for
Absolutely. 20%, as I said, and I can kind of get that over to you. The other thing to say, Steve, is that what I would sort of encourage is, because again, as I said, we have SMS as part of this, so I would really encourage to actually have their us kind of tied to us be able to do their SMS as well. Because here's the thing, there are a couple of things as part of a product that tied to the SMS. For example, if they wanted someone in the service department, if they wanted Allison or whomever, right, to get SMS triggers based on in-app activity, we can only have one SMS platform tied to the app, right? We can't have multiple SMS platforms. So those things, we'd only be able to do if they're on our SMS service, in effect. But in effect, if they want to sort of move all of that, we'll also kind of work out a great deal for the SMS because we've got a great SMS product. And truthfully, where it starts to get really interesting is when you tie the SMS and the in-app and the location-based stuff. When you tie all of that together is when things start to become really exciting and interesting.
All right. Yeah, I think you've given us plenty to chew on here and to pick fine. Like I said, the make or break might be branding it to say machine health instead of motorcycle health.
No. That don't worry. I will make sure that happens.
Okay.
I can't, so I need to kind of discuss it internally, but what I'm saying is it may, instead of machine, be vehicle or something, but it'll be a generic word, right? That I will make sure that happens. That I'm trying to just, see, and then just make sure that the bike models and the riding styles are added. If you wouldn't mind just emailing me some riding styles, or we can kind of look into it, but I'm just saying anything that you can think of as a follow-up that you want, edited, just let me know so I can kind of, just make sure that it's all going to be fine internally. But I don't envision any issues.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome, Steve. So let me circle back internally, and then let's talk early next week.
Yeah, they'll meet with the client on Tuesday, so probably later next week would work better.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Steve.
So much.
Thanks, bud. Hello?
Hello, this is Phil Cooper.
Hi, Phil. It's Rohit calling from PetLab. How are you?
How are you?
Good,
I'm
good.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to see, we talked, I saw your confirmation for a demo. Does now still work potentially?
Yeah, now it works fine.
Okay, great. So I've sent you, or in the calendar invite, you should have gotten a link to for Zoho. Let me know if you got that.
Okay, I'm looking right now. For Zoomus?
No, they're for Zoom. Zoom is basically an application that will allow me to share my screen and show you kind of the product.
Yeah, so I've got that. I have the link, yes.
So you just need to click on the link, and then we should be able to good to go.
Okay, I have, it starts automatically and it says run open folder.
Yes, yes. I'm not giving you any viruses, I promise.
All right, so you want me to put, click on run?
Yeah, click on run.
Okay, it says please enter your name.
Oh, you should be able to put in whatever. I mean, it shouldn't. You should put in just put in your name. There you go.
Okay.
So you see this Rexburg Power Sports app.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's get started. So basically, as I go through this, Phil, I'm gonna sort of talk about how what we're doing here would apply to sort of the independent kind of the pet space in general, and the particularly sort of independent retail product that we're talking about, because I want to get kind of your take on that as well. But as just to kind of recap, as we envision looking at the pet opportunity, we were going to take this template that we've successfully built in the motorcycle space and apply it to three segments of the market, which are the pet veterinarians, pet retailers, and pet care centers, right? Now, the consumer-facing app for each of these is going to be slightly different, right? The pet veterinary app is going to be all about enabling a pet owner to take better care of their pet's health, right? And providing all the tools. The retail app is going to be all about shopping and discovery and getting recommendations and things like that, right? And the pet care apps are going to be about pet care. But the reason I'm saying that is in the same vein when I'm going to show you what we've done in the motorcycle industry, where we thought about all the tools that mobile can do to actually make a better experience for the user around a product or activity. We'd be applying the same thing to the pet product. So what we did in this motorcycle product that is going to be also applicable to what we're doing for these three products in the pet industry is one, first and foremost, it's one app, right? It's one product. So you see Ready2Ride, which is our brand up top. So Ready2Ride is our app that's on the App Store, okay? So when you go and download Ready2Ride, you will then get a pop-up of all the dealerships near you, right? And then you can click on the dealer of choice. So it clicks Rexburg Motorsports as one of our customers, and they're clicked in, and it then locks in that dealer's version of the app, right? But the importance is that you're creating a network, right? Because it's on one product. And then because of that, you can scale very quickly, and then, you can kind of aggregate the data and, do all those things that, is also the sort of piece of the model that we're going to look to extend. So with Rexburg Motorsports and the motorcycle industry, we've built in all the tools that create a better riding experience. So for example, this is where someone can go and put in their bike profile. And the same thing here where the pet owner will go and put in like their pet's, information. It's just a baseline way to actually get all of it in one place. And this is where they get all the you know, we get a lot of user inputted data and information that I think is kind of really helpful.
Right.
This is then, you know, a kind of a community-based tool where they can kind of invite their friends into the app, like if they wanted to share pictures or, you know, again, you know, the community-based element in the motorcycle industry, I think, is a lot more prevalent than in the pet industry, but there are community-based elements here, and again, we'd have to adapt to see how do you actually integrate the community element, right? So that's one. This is something that I think would be applicable to the, I'm sorry, go back here, to the vet app. Now, this is sort of a bike health, you know, a tab where someone can go and a consumer can go and book a service appointment with the dealership, right, directly through the app and submit the request, and then that request is then stored here. So for the vet app, you know, going and sort of, you know, booking kind of appointments and, you know, making sure that your pet kind of, you know, it gets to the vet and seeing at the right time, you can do it through the app itself, and it really makes that process really seamless. But here's the thing that I think is very exciting, which is the bike health alerts. It would be the same way where it's the pet health alerts where, you know, for the vet app specifically, you know, a pet owner would be getting very targeted alerts, reminders, notifications on when they need to come and get their pet checked out. And, you know, that I think would be really valuable because in a lot of the vets that we spoke to, they seem to indicate that, you know, getting pet owners to bring their pets in at the right time, right, was something that would drive revenue for them. Because, for example, one of the things they said was that, you know, cat owners just never bring their cats in at the right time. So this is just a way where a pet owner is able to stay on top of like the shots, the vaccinations, all of it. We would then look to integrate with the practice management software providers to then, you know, enable for a pet owner to have all their pet health information in one place, and then they can email it to labs or whatever, but it's all centrally stored, right? And then this then starts to store the history and the visitation with the vets itself. And please sort of stop me at any time. And then this is sort of like a ride tracking tool. I don't know if this is going to be as applicable, but, you know, again, to the extent that there are some of these applications that allow, like WAG, for example, where it allows you to, you know, track your dog's walk and activity and, you know, take pictures. And, you know, there's, you know, things like that that have been doing relatively okay. And so there's been some traction with pet owners. Again, we can incorporate that if we think it's going to be valuable, but we would really define, you know, the right specific feature set as it relates to pet health and shopping and care, right? Based on the specific, you know, product and user experiences. But this gives you an indication of how we built this because it was applicable to this industry. This is a ride sharing sort of feature where a motorcycle rider can track their ride, share their ride, take pictures, book service appointments, not service appointments, share notes, etc. And then, you know, basically what we've kind of built in here is the ability for, again, you can call directly if you want to call the dealer, you can do that. But what we built in here is, again, the ability to send very targeted specials, right? So again, it's a way for each of these businesses to promote, right? They can sort of tie it into their loyalty program if they, you know, wanted this to be in effect their loyalty club. And, you know, the people that were on the mobile app just got, you know, promotions and specials and deals that were just exclusive to them. That is definitely doable. But this is a way for them to give specials. And the great thing about this is with promotional codes, you can then create a closed loop system, right? Because part of what we're going to be doing in the next iteration is looking to go and tie up with the POS providers and figuring out, well, how do you actually then, you know, create this closed loop so then you're tracking effectiveness of these promotions, and then you can then create that aggregated database of information which can drive a lot of value. So Phil, please stop me at any point if any of this is not making sense or if you have questions.
Okay.
So that's for the specials. Then there's this direct messaging where, again, and I'll show you the sort of control panel that each of the retailers would get. But this is just a way for a business to, or most like a dealership or a pet retailer, to directly message their customers within the app, right? So if they wanted to prompt them on a certain message or check out certain thing, etc., they wanted to send a specific message to specific types of users. So we built this in where, you know, if the dealership wanted to just email or message the Yamaha users, they could do that, right? So in the same vein, if the pet retailer had was looking to get rid of like a special brand of like natural dog food, and it knew, you know, from preferences which pet owners like, you know, were looking out for healthier products, right? Could send a message just to those segment of customers. Do you know what I mean? So that I think is one of the things that, yeah. So, sorry, Phil, did you say something? I don't know if I missed something that you're saying.
No,
Okay, cool.
I said okay.
Okay, and then this is sort of the events. I don't know. Do pet retailers have events at all? Do you?
Well, they do. I mean, especially the ones that have more than one store, and some of the single store retailers do have, you know, parking lot sales and other events, and so
Great.
They do all kinds of stuff.
So this is a great way to, you know, kind of get, you know, the event invitation. Then, you know, user can accept it and take pictures and, share, take notes, etc. So it becomes a great way for, for them to actually engage. Now, some of the customers that we've been dealing with, they've been, 60% of the people that have been looking at the events tab have been going to the events. So it's been driving conversions. Now, I'm going to show you the other pieces of this, but what I do want to mention, as I mentioned specials and events, is that we've integrated geofencing into our platform, which is basically going to provide each of our customers the ability to target their customers based on our customers as in dealerships. It's going to provide them with the ability to target each of their customers based on location, right? That becomes very, very exciting. So they can run a campaign, for example, that says, hey, anyone that comes within the five-minute radius of my store has a 24-hour discount and can, that expires in 24 days. Or if, retailers wanted to, dealerships wanted to target their competitor's location, right? So that anyone that's about to enter the competitor's location will basically get, an alert or a message, right, about kind of coming back. That's something that I think would be, really exciting. So the geofencing is actually the piece of this that I think gives it its sex appeal. It's truthfully uncharted waters as of now, but it's something kind of very exciting. So that's, I'm going to kind of continue on to the next segment of this. So it's great that we have, an app. Now, I guess the obvious question would be, okay, well, how do you actually get people using it, right? So this is what we've implemented at, which is sort of like a point of sale tablet, where what we're doing with dealerships right now, Phil, is we are basically helping them with onboarding process. So we create a draft of the email template, social media flyers. We do all of that, right? But then once the dealer's been, onboarded, we basically say to them, look, really the best way for you to sort of get people using your product, because ultimately you can have all the tools in mobile, but truthfully they're only valuable if you're able to, get people using your app, right? And the best way to do that is for you to really convert your in-store traffic into app users. Now, how do you do that? So we have this tablet at point of sale, and the tablet effectively sits at the cash register, and basically, there's could be a sign or whatever that says, welcome to our mobile discount club or something like that, right? Now, it's very easy. So a customer literally at cash register just inputs their cell phone number. Give me your cell phone number.
916
916
205
205
9770.
9770. Boom, you should receive it for SMS. Boom, you should receive a message any second. Tell me.
Okay.
Did you receive it?
Well, I'm looking. Is it a
Yes, it'd be an SMS.
not yet?
Let's try again. Oh, it usually goes pretty quickly, so we'll try again. Oh,
There it is.
how's it going?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go. No. But I'm sending you another message. So then, so what you get the text message, and with the text message, you get a link to download the app. So right there, then any business is going to be able to convert their in-store traffic, right, into users of the app, and that creates a very effective way for them to create this closed-loop solution. Now, what they can also do from the tablet is they have just from the tablet itself, we've integrated SMS now, so you can use SMS in a way that sends people reminders or alerts, or SMS is a very complementary platform. So for example, for the veterinary product, like vets will know when someone's booked service appointments to the app, and then send them reminders, hey, reminding you your appointments today, or thank you for coming in, or so SMS can be a very effective product. And the SMS can work directly from this tablet. So I'm sending you another text message, and you see that text message you'll receive right now as well. So that basically is the sort of customer onboarding piece. And then basically the last piece of this is, I'm going to show you. Can you see my screen? This is sort of like a dashboard that that basically every business gets, and this is kind of like a control panel into the app, right? That would allow anyone to deliver sort of targeted messages, alerts, promotions. So the first thing here is all the sort of registered users on the app, and right now, so this is one of our customers, which is a Harley dealership that has 434 registered users. But for registered users, you basically have the name, email, mobile, address, city, and we can populate this so that a business can get any type of information that they want to collect. Right here, we'll know this is the name of the bike, the brand, motorcycle category, odometer reading, date purchase, and this is the message log, right, with the specific customer. So it's a way for them to stay on top of all their customer interactions, right? So that's a really good thing. Then this is a messaging tool where I was showing you, this is the ability for you to message anyone within the app, or you can select it by type of brand. You can select type of riding style. So same here, you can select it by type of pet, by type of, if they're like natural food or whatever those kind of segmentations are, we'll figure out the right thing for each product. And this messaging tool, I think, will be very applicable. Then it's just basically the promotion tab where you look at, let's go to a new promo. It's just the ability to create a new promotion, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I want to take you to an existing one. So let's go to this one and we open this. So this is a promotion that they send where, it's an engine, and I want to show you the ability to create a promotion. So it's you kind of go here, and it shows you the ability to just drag an image, create a headline, description. If it's a type of promotion, it could be from a manufacturer, distributor, or it could be retailer, expiration date, promo code, right? And then boom, the promo is live. And if you want to send, you can send it to specific segments of users. This is like an event. So this dealership has 27 events listed. This is like, again, drag an image, put in street status, expiration date, start date, boom, there's, the event invitation that's kind of posted. So I think this is just and then this is the last thing, the health, which again is a way for them to stay on top of their bike's health. This is, it could be the same thing for the pet health, right? Based on when they've come in, you can get, for the vet to see, okay, well, these pets are due to come in to actually get checked out, and you can then click on here and directly message them within the app itself, right? So that creates a great way for them to stay on top of this. And that's basically, I guess, the gist of it. It's just a very kind of simplistic tool to help these businesses kind of connect and kind of engage with their customers. And then when you layer in on top the location-based campaigns, clearly we do that on their behalf, because again, we'd have to like zone an area, and we're the ones managing that, but we'll take the guidance from them to actually kind of get that done. So that's the kind of gist of it, Phil, and we feel that, again, a lot of the kind of core elements around giving these businesses the tools to promote and advertise and message and build loyalty, and then target based on location and all of that. I think all of those things kind of are things that these pet businesses are trying to do.
Sure.
But the consumer-facing app will be different. Now, one of the things that we are truthfully really kind of trying to figure out for the pet retail product, and I'd love to kind of get your perspective on this as well, but one of the things we're trying to figure out is, look, in the case of the motorcycle dealership space, there's a high level of affinity with the one dealer, right? And it's a local business, and you can kind of see how one customer keeps going back to one dealer. So having an app where locks in the dealer's logo, and that's